Okay. Now we should be able to get to the business of things. I will check after the entire hour, after the entire episode is over, on what actually transpired with the resolution, because I had it at 2,500 whatever's, and it was choppy, and I raised it all the way to around 30,000, and it got choppier and choppier. And then I reduced it to 500, and it got very crisp. And I expect this to be because the compression algorithm sees like minuscule like shading effects around texts and such, and interprets them as something that needs to be well put instead of just like very minor detail, and it makes it bloated, which causes the map to look bad. So this should look better. So we have now reached what I consider to be my optimum borders, at least in Europe. This is, if you look at any other variant of the border here, you will get three, or in my cases, I got 5 provinces to defend and the old border. And I had these things called claims. You can see the bright green as parts that I have cores, and the one with the shaded is where I don't have cores. And since the Ukraine thing exploded, and the justification is we'll get everybody into our own nation, gather the people as the prisoners of war have said to be the instructions they received. Also, mouse is about to break again. I will participate in the following manner. And Russia has claims on all those, but it also had claims on Viborg and Savolax, which I, in the peace negotiations, demanded that they forgo in the future. And if I do get into a war with Russia in Europe again, I will go for revoking Russian cores in these regions and no territorial gains. And this army is most likely going to explode because it randomly walked into a province that had the rebels disbanding modifier, which is causes 1,000 times more attrition. But the guys who were stationed in this province, the rebels, continued to siege with like 10 guys for like 3 months or something, and I decided I'm just gonna walk in, and then I got hit by the thing as I expected that I was gonna get hit by it. There's a lot of buildings we can build in the old Finland, as they say, and I hear you, man, and we decided that we wouldn't cut the Russians from the Baltic Sea due to trade reasons, so they got to keep Ingermanland. I'm surprised that Livonia doesn't have a claim on Ingermanland. I'm surprised. You can see the Russians are pretty far behind in technology. That's because I've been building a lot of technology and other stuff as well. Economy, basically. And the light blues are royal marriages, and dark blues would be military alliances, which I have none of at the moment. Shetland also has the rebels disbanding thing, and as you can see, there's like 60 guys sieging it, but if I send an army there, they'll be hit by the same attrition, so I need to split off one guy from the entire army and send that. That was a huge loss for literally no gain. And I'm gonna be swamped with manpower losses for a while. gain 550 each month. Holy shit. Provincial banking limits. See, this guy keeps getting the rebels disbanding modifier, but his army keeps standing there. And this guy is. Holy fuck, boss. Could you think of a better mechanic for rebels disbanding than 1,000 points of attrition? Do you have any idea what that does if somebody randomly walks into that province? And you will get trader. Trader is here. Who's expecting one or both of the Jews to actually die? That would reduce my revolt risk, but they are damn good at risings. Damn goodeth. Now we can expand here. Let's go with Chippewa because then we'll get Woodscree. And these provinces are all wasteland. It means they're too remote to be inhabitable. Still don't have chorus because you get chorus sometime after it turns in from a like settlement to an actual city or something, town maybe. Sometime after that you get the core, but none of these provinces other than this one, this one, this one, and this one are cities. The rest are still like provincial, I think. See, Shetland keeps getting the rebels disbanding thing. And it keeps having an army. When I'm playing serious, I consider the AI bugging out like that to be designed instead of random because it makes me feel like the AI is actually like doing something now. Not like doing something, but if it has to play breaking the rules, then if it's playing with like allow save load or something weird like that. And I understand that particular dilemma. I think next up is fort building. Stuff needs concentric castle. These are expensive. Now we nice. Which reminds me, I need to send gifts to the three biggest factions in the empire. If I want to ever be taken seriously, I need to do that. Then once they are at sufficient positive range, I'll start to send things like world marriage, which is currently unlikely because it's too negative. Swampy Cree is finally above a small settlement. It is actually a town, which means I can now expand inward. And I need a lot of colonists to do the immigration thing. So you can see nothing is happening in Shetland. Unfortunately, I have to let it fall because the other one gets defensiveness, and I really don't want defensiveness. Finally have maps of that particular lake. I'm thinking west for at least two provinces, like here of Lake Superior. Then we'll see what the situation down south is, but at least that far, which means there's still some amount of work to do. I have to expand this to take this one. I don't want to expand so far towards the Huron that they start considering me a threat. I don't think they consider me a threat yet. Threatened by Great Britain. And now it's time to make the fortifications. Border, capital, capital. And at this point I need more money. Luckily I have the ability to make a lot more money. And I will not increase the fortifications in the old frontier. I will, however, expand them here. And that means Ireland is next. Because Ireland, first we colonize, make good fortifications on all the islands and national capitals. For Finland, it will be Newland. Other countries we already have. Gotland is still building. Secure Pope. You will get concentric castle. You can't actually afford it right now. looks like this particular region will turn relatively soon. It's really surprising, but not completely unwelcome. Oh, God damn it. Winters used to be harsher. It's not a completely unwelcome thing that the North American natives beat back the non-peaceful integration, the exploitative economies of the early. It's not completely without its merits. No, thank you. We will keep the native names. We are not there to do conquest. Though there are a few who are no longer at 190. Now I will actually do this because look at this. This is my revolt. Uh, so be it. 1G is enough. That amount of revolt risk from our population we can actually still manage. 2 is too much. Too much. Make generous donation. We have full legitimacy. Please. Marriage. Focus on sending gifts. Let's actually do it like this. Oh, already at 200 relations. You may notice that the amount of traders we have is steadily increasing. We are starting to be full in all the provinces of trade that we have taken an interest in. We need a new one. And we are already at Muskogee, I think. Yes, we are. So, whose trade center will it be? Lignin. You get red. And you get red. You in fact get yellow. And green. Only for immediate neighbors or own controlled provinces or provinces ridiculously easy to control. Once Finn is valuable enough as a trade center, I can actually start one in the North American coast, but not yet. I'm thinking Labrador. It's rising at about a rate of 10 to 20 a decade, so eventually I'll get there. I will not get 2 points of stability. responsibility for that. If I was at full stability without the dramatic winter event, then I might consider it. Yeah, that is actually unsmokable, I think. Yeah, it's unsmokable. Green. I have concluded what I imagined to be true about the generator. There was a topic that was being discussed in terms of how it actually functions, and there was some amount of debate on whether or not it is this way or that way, and that debate has now been solved. I believe getting viable streets, viable, gosh darn it, seeds on the street that actually produce good quality herb is difficult under these conditions. So if you make a store, it will, as people have said, bloom at almost exactly when it is meant to bloom, regardless of what you do to it. There we go. Now that is a core province. I will start sending guys to Arvapenska. The rest of the coastline colonies are very close to being on their own, being capable of supporting themselves, which is a very phenomenally good rate for an Arctic colony. It took us about from 1,399, I think, to about 1,550 to set up an actual permanent growing colony on Greenland. We kind of knew it was there, but it's Greenland. Ah, 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 ah. Tobacco, 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 pakko to. Pum 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 pum. concentric castle. Every province that can be invaded easily gets the maximum fortification. All the forts. Then the singular blob of our mainland, where our army can easily reach, gets an army. But I didn't skip forts. Well, that's one time increasing the army. I am, in terms of whether or not I would like a narcotic based on the schizophrenia meds, whether or not if it's treated purely as making me enjoy my mood more, then I have to say that the lowest dose of the highest action time is right for the mood. I cannot say whether or not it controls the symptoms being, I would say, the likelihood of others considering me annoying enough to go through what they need to do to limit me. But that particular activity does not seem to be much correlated to the level of medication. However, there is enough of a correlation that I would consider it interesting. Evidently, to nobody's great surprise, being drooly ended is not conductive to another beating you with a stick. Being alive and somewhat resisting is very conductive to somebody beating you with a stick. So we are looking at it somewhat working. One of the reasons in this game that I do not like getting rid of the natives if it's not absolutely necessary is because if you have a lot of natives in your colony, when it turns into a town, they actually pay you rather handsomely, or rather join your town in population. Like literally join your town, which is to me all kinds of interesting. I think I'm getting close. Sorry, but I cannot align with you. And it gets its last, so it gets pushed over 1,000 minutes. Ottawa Piscop gets to remain at 10 settlers. These two are towns already. No, this isn't a town, so this one will be next. My army is far from my Bruce Cree has developed nicely. I have 5 diplomats. Time to do another tour of Europe. Okay. So lift. Give military access. Give military access. And we'll make it relevant. And you will get still at 200. My trade is very effective. It's interesting. Then sheriff's office. Debating whether or not I should give Thrace or France the next focus. Revenue Agency. It's a pretty small increase, especially because these increase a lot more. So that's basically useless. Not useless, but won't be built for a long time. I think I might actually want to do Antwerpen as my trade partner. Cree. That was a lot of trade centers. That made a fair bit of damage to my trade. Either my first civilization, the machine civilization in Stellaris, was phenomenally good, or the AI has gotten a lot better, or harder. It's really a lot harder in that game because in normal I was basically able to dominate the galaxy, but in hard I've gotten my ass handed to me 3 times in a row. And last time I was playing with like actual serious effort, and I still lost. It was sad. This is a good spot to end this run. Thank you for tuning in.